Welcome to our Market Talk webinar. I'm Ron Wilstein, a broker at Keller Williams Luxury Properties Worldwide in Park City, Utah.
And I'm Doug Olmstead, the seller's property consultant for the Wilstein team here in Park City, Utah.
And we're here to present our May 2015 market update, so thank you for joining us. Let's hop right into it. Our topics for today include the resort's summer openings. That's always fun to get out on the mountain and experience it when there is no snow on it, so we'll give you the details on that.
Definitely looking forward to summer. We're going to talk about national real estate trends and their relationship to the Park City real estate market.
Yeah, pretty fascinating stuff.
It really is.
Then we're going to update you on what's been happening in the Park City real estate market, talk about what's been selling, what hasn't, where prices are going, and then
Deer Valley's purchase of Solitude Mountain is official.
Yep, so we'll give you the details, let you know what they plan to do now that they've got full reins on the resort. And then we want to share with you Park City's hottest selling neighborhoods over the past 12 months, let you know what's been happening and how investing is going on in those neighborhoods. So with that in mind, Doug, I'll let you talk about the resort.
So the three areas here in Park City, the summer resorts, are Park City Mountain Resort. That'll open May 22nd. Great things to do at Park City Mountain Resort is their zip line. You can see the great photo there. The Alpine slide. They run the chair lifts for lift-served mountain biking and hiking, and that's great. And just as a side note, just today, in fact, Keller Williams went up to Park City Mountain Resort with Mountain Trails Foundation, and we actually cut in a new trail of the Spiro bypass. So this summer you'll be biking and hiking on a new trail that we just constructed today. So
that's right. And if you like that new trail, the modification, thank Doug, because I didn't make it out there. If you don't like it, don't talk to me about it.
Canyons, May 29th, they also have zip lining, mountain biking. They've got some pretty crazy mountain bike parks. I don't know if you've seen them. I don't know if I would dare to do them anymore. And then Deer Valley, June the 19th, they'll start running the lifts for mountain biking and hiking. And soon after will be their kickoff for the concert series at Deer Valley as well. So lots of fun stuff going on this summer at the resorts.
And you know, if you don't live in Park City, you've never been up here during the summer, you actually want to put that on your calendar because there is a lot to do up here. Yeah. And you know, I remember when I was looking at moving here, people would say, you know, we came here for the skiing, but we moved here because of the summers.
And it's so true.
And it's great. So come on up if you've never done that before. Those, of course, who have all the toys, whether it's your mountain bikes or your water sports, get them all tuned so you can take advantage of the nearby lakes as well.
The national real estate trends and their relationship to Park City's real estate market.
So this is kind of an interesting statistic that we wanted to cover in this month's webinar. Is this existing home sales throughout the nation hit an 18-month high as prices rose. The U.S. home resales surged to their highest level in 18 months. And this data is from March 2015. It's a bit of a lag factor because it's national data to get out to the public, but we've got it here. Good news, it's a sign of strength in the housing market. And this is prior to the spring selling season, where you would expect that it would even increase more.
Yeah, definitely. So the National Association of Realtors reported existing home sales increased 6.1% to a rate of 5.19 million units, which is the highest level since September of 2013. This increase is the largest since December of 2010.
All right, so good positive news on a national level. This is important for Park City real estate, by the way, because so many of our property owners live elsewhere around the country, and they tend to think whatever their marketplace is doing is what Park City is doing. And so when their market is healthier, then their perception, whether it's right or wrong, is that Park City is better. Economists polled by Reuters had forecasted home resales rising to only 5.03 pace based upon last month. So that's where we saw the nice improvement that surprised everyone. The stronger than expected rebound in existing sales is encouraging, as it will likely strengthen the U.S. economy overall.
That's fantastic. Home sales have been constrained by a shortage of properties on the market, which has pushed up home prices and limited choices for potential buyers.
At March's sales pace, which of course is the data we're presenting to you here in May, it would take 4.6 months to clear the houses from the market. And we often refer to this as absorption rate. no new properties were brought on the market, how long would it take them to sell? So from a national point of view, March's statistics, they're saying 4.6 months. A supply of 6 months nationwide is viewed as a healthy balance between supply and demand, or buyers and sellers. So this is obviously favoring across the nation the sellers.
With supply still tight, the median price for a previously owned home increased 7.8% from a year ago to $212,000. That's the largest percentage gain since February of 2014.
All right, so U.S. economy in terms of real estate in particular is doing well. This trend shows a limited supply of homes and rising properties, and 7.8%. There's a lot of people across the country pretty happy about that. But with that in mind, let's turn our attention to Park City's real estate market, see how it is either affirmed by the national data or slightly different, and it's a little bit of a mixed bag. There were 1,402 sales in Park City over the past 12 months. This is, of course, homes, condominiums, and vacant land combined. This is all real estate brokerages combined, and that's up 1% or 18 sales.
So if you look at your year-to-year comparison of closed sales, May 2014 to April 2015, homes on the left, you can see was down slightly 2%. The number of sales is insignificant. Condos up 6%, and vacant lots down 4%. Again, the numbers were insignificant, but just not too many more lots left to purchase.
That's right. Our limited inventory is restricting the number of sales that we would otherwise be able to have. And when we focus in on homes in particular, we break it into the Park City, city limits, and the Snyderville Basin. Again, that same time period from May 2014 through April 2015. The increase in the number of home sales in the city limits, a whopping 2 sales for 1%. Actually down in the Snyderville Basin from 371 sales to 357.
And condo sales, you can see in Park City limits, up 6% from 361 sales to 381. And out in Snyderville Basin, up 7% from 260 sales to 279 sales.
So in sales, the condominium market is improving and holding strong even with limited inventory. Vacant land lot sales down 3% in the city limits, but you notice the figures dropped 1 sale from 39 to 38. So we're just not dealing with a very large sampling, and therefore I just can't make a big deal out about a 3% drop because it's almost level with last year. We have a little larger drop in the Snyderville Basin from 173 sales the year before to 165 this past year, down 5%. And I just want to talk about time on the market. We always watch this because this can be an early trend of shifts in the marketplace, basically even 1 day faster for the typical time for single family homes to sell. So pretty level, but not much time. You know, we're looking at the 4.6 months for the national data when 6 months is norm across the country. But here we've got 3 months or 4 months. My math isn't so good.
That's all right.
Oh well, 4 months, and in a resort market, a balanced market is typically 9 months, not 6 months. So that's very, very strong for our marketplace.
It is.
What's happening with prices, Doug?
Well, less supply, high demand. I imagine that prices will be going up.
They keep going up.
Yeah. In fact, in Park City limits, you can see that we've seen up 2% from a median sales price of $1.3 million to $1.32 million. This is from May 2014 to April 2015, again, same time span. And out in the Snyderville Basin, up 11% from 720 median sales price to 797. And you know, just before this, again, Ron and I were talking. It wasn't long when that median sales price in the basin was starting with a 5. So that's just keeps going up.
That 11% is nice.
Yeah.
Nice if you're a seller, maybe not as nice if you're trying to get into it. But nice after you are. Condominiums, look at what's happening here within the city limits. 13% increase. Median price climbed from $478,000 to $540,000. Seeing similar results in the Snyderville Basin from medium $335,000 condo price to $375,000 condo price. So got a lot of happy customers who bought last year as their investment is going up.
And what's happening with lot sales? Lot median sold prices in Park City, again, down about 20% from 689,000 to 550. The sampling is just not really apples to apples, but out in the basin where it is a little bit better, Snyderville Basin down 6%, 500,000 to 290. But again, the numbers of sales is pretty insignificant.
And we want to show you this graph. We don't cover this that often, but it's pretty interesting. This is a graph going back to 2007. How many transactions were done with all cash versus financing. You can see back in 2007, 26%, basically 1 out of 4 deals were that way. Then it climbed to 35, 45, 50, 48, 50. So it held pretty strong at those numbers. Now, when we look at the last bar in the column, this is the first quarter of this year, 2015, and it's 56%. So there are some wallets with a lot of cash in there, and they're buying real estate. So pretty amazing. Got some lender friends aren't so happy.
Yeah, that makes it hard to be a lender.
Yes, it does. So let's turn our attention to Deer Valley. We announced a couple months back that Deer Valley purchased Solitude Mountain Resort. It's now official. So we'll give you the details.
Deer Valley Resort successfully closed on the purchase of Solitude Mountain Resort on April 30th, 2015 when they took over. Kim Mayhew, been with Deer Valley for, over 30 years, will now be the general manager at Solitude.
Very exciting.
Yeah, it is.
They're going to be doing a lot of improvements here, and of course Deer Valley's going to do it first class like they always do. Their initial efforts are going to be focused on removing the Summit double chairlift and installing a new detachable high-speed quad for this upcoming ski season. We love those high-speed quads, and Solitude is ready for one.
Yeah.
In addition, a new ski run will be cut from the top of the existing Apex Express chair, if you're familiar with where that's located, to the bottom terminal of the realigned Summit Express chair. So they're making some modifications just to reduce the traffic that might build up at certain locations on the mountain.
Very nice. Deer Valley also intend to remodel the Moonbeam Lodge restaurant and increase the guest services presence throughout the resort. They already have pretty great guest services, so they want to increase that along with new uniforms for the Solitude staff.
That's right. So we'll see what they look like. I doubt whether they're going to be wearing that Deer Valley
probably
green,
not green, yeah.
But they'll look dashing, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
All right, so let's go to our final topic here, Park City's hottest selling neighborhoods. We like to look at where people are buying, pass that on to you. Sometimes that's important to you if you happen to own property in that neighborhood. It may be important to you if you're an investor. You want to make the good investing decisions. So here's the unveiling here. Hottest selling single-family home neighborhoods. The first 2 that are in green are within the city limits. The 4 in blue are in the Snyderville Basin. We've got historic Old Town area and Park Meadows. And we've got Jeremy Ranch, Summit Park, Pine Brook, and Silver Spring. So we'll give you some specific details about each area now.
So in the historic Old Town area, 59 closed sales in the past 12 months. That's a lot of sales.
That's a lot.
Then you take the additional 8 pending transactions, just a really hot market. The $365,000 to $4.2 million price range is represented in Old Town area.
That's a big range.
It's a big range. 38 available homes there in Old Town, and that's a 0.03 median sales price appreciation for Old Town.
So what does that mean? We haven't seen the bump yet in terms of prices, at least going back 12 months, but a lot of transactions happening in Old Town, and so that's very positive. At 38 listings, that price is going to just go up. We know that will happen because of the principle of supply and demand. When we turn our attention to Park Meadows, and we're picking up not just Park Meadows, but kind of the greater Park Meadows area, a couple other adjacent subdivisions, we saw 57 closed sales over the past year, pricing ranging from $755,000 all the way to a little over $5 million. 10 pending sales, so if you combine those, you got about 67, and 19 listings. Again, they've kind of hit that sweet spot in terms of price, so we're not seeing the huge bump in price. In fact, this was actually slightly off of the previous year's figure, but as the inventory dries up, the price is going to go up, and you'll see that in some of our other reports here.
Out in Jeremy Ranch, always a popular neighborhood, 37 closed sales in the past 12 months. The price range in Jeremy Ranch did go from $440,000 to about $1,150,000. Another 8 pending transactions, 15 available homes for sale in Jeremy Ranch, but that's a nice 1.7 median sales price appreciation for Jeremy Ranch, so that's nice.
And blowing our horn a little bit, yes, we were involved in the selling of that 1.150 home in Jeremy Ranch.
Indeed, yeah, that was a nice home.
Summit Park area that everybody knows from Highway 80 had 34 sales over the past year. Price range is from $280,000 all the way up to $815,000. There's also 3 pending transactions and only 5 active listings, so absorption rate is very short there, and the median prices as a result have climbed 4.8% over the previous year's numbers. And we're working on a transaction. It hasn't closed yet, but it is scheduled to close with a price in Summit Park over $900,000. So when that's become official, we'll be able to tell you a little more about that.
Yep, definitely. My stomping grounds, where I live in Pine Brook, 29 closed sales in the past 12 months. And the price ranges in Pine Brook area range from $511,000 up to about $1,200,000. 6 pending transactions, 14 available homes, but look at that appreciation, 7.1 median sales price appreciation. Great neighborhood, and it deserves an appreciation. That's nice to see.
Now, if that wasn't good enough, let's go to Silver Springs. Here, fewer sales, but still quite a bit, 22 sales. Price range $575,000 up to $1,300,000. 1 pending transaction, only 4 active listings. Only 4.
Yeah.
And that's why we see that higher appreciation, 4.9% year over year. So that's what we like to watch. So if appreciation is important to you from a buying, investing point of view, this will give you some direction. If selling is important and you're in these areas, then that probably makes you feel pretty good. And we are prepared to provide this information on any areas of interest. You don't have to be in these 6 areas that we've identified. Just let us know what you're curious about and we'll get you the information. So I wanted to take this opportunity as we're wrapping up now to show you how you can see what's on the market, and we're going to point you to our website, our main website. We have 3 websites, but BuyParkCityRealEstate.com is our main one. All you do is go to the search by subdivision in the pull down menu, and I'll just bring that up right now. So here's BuyParkCityRealEstate.com. This is the home page, and what you have across the top a number of pull down messages. If you go to this one, search by subdivisions, we've listed a number of subdivisions that are broken down according to the Park City multiple listing. Frankly, you can type in any subdivision here or condo project and it will bring the information up. Once you do, and I'll just use Pine Brook as an example, you click on it, it will very quickly go to Pine Brook and give you details about Pine Brook. You can watch the current webinar on the Pine Brook Marketplace. This is our Market Talk webinar overall in the market. We do many webinars on specific areas geographically. If you're interested in knowing what the current sales data is for the Pine Brook area, you click on that. If you want to search for homes or for condominiums in the area, that's how you do that. So it's very, very easy for you to locate properties, find out what's on the market, and then through another step you can find out exactly what has sold or what your property may be worth. With that in mind, let me just point you here. If you want to find out the current sales data on a neighborhood, and maybe it's your neighborhood because you're considering selling or you're just curious, go to viewparkcityrealestate.com/recent sales. And if you do that, again, returning to our website, and I'll just go into the top browser here. You can't see it, but I'm typing that in now. Or maybe I'm not typing it in now. Let me do that again, refresh. Okay, recent sales. You click on that, it will bring you to this page, current sales data request, and you simply put in either address if it's real specific, or a subdivision, or it's a condo property, whatever is applicable. If you want to identify number of bedrooms, bathrooms, size, whatever information you want, you just select it. Give us a little bit of contact information. All that we need is your first name and last name and your email, because we'll send you that information by email. But if you're not on our mailing list and you're not getting our quarterly newsletter, you may want to put your name there and you'll get that. And then just scroll down a little further. If you have any particular questions, you can write them up in the comments box and then click the green button to submit the form. Doug and I will get that information, we'll get you the information you're after right out to you right away. And by the way, we don't like to bug people. So if you inquire about information, we're not going to call you and bug you. We're just going to send you that information. If you have some questions or you want to hear from us, we're happy to call you, but we just make it a business practice not to bother people unless they want us to bother them. This is a topic that we just touched on last month for our April Market Talk webinar. The question we raised was, is now the time to put your property on the market? Because it happens to be the time, we just wanted to reinforce it here. The best time historically, especially for single family homes, to put your property on the market in anticipation of the spring home selling season is either mid-April to mid-May. We're doing this recording mid-May, so we're basically there. Now is the time if you're interested in selling your property in the next couple of months. Have any other questions? Don't hesitate to email me at Ron at the Wilstein Team or
Doug at the Wilstein Team.
And as I said, if you want us to call, include your phone number, preferred time, we'll give you a call. By the way, our whole team, 7 members, they are good looking, I guess. Anyway, we're here for you, so if you have any questions, by all means, don't hesitate to contact us. Our next Market Talk webinar will be the 15th day of June. We will update this then. You can watch it then, or you can watch it anytime afterwards. It will be on our website. Well, thank you for taking the time to join us. We appreciate it. Any final words for you?
We'll see you next month. Thanks for tuning in.
All right. Have a great springtime. Bye-bye.